Yeah, good evening to one and all. So previous class we discussed what is a computer, what is the computer, and what is the basic introduction of the computer. So let's we discuss from the system unit now. So that as you know that whatever we discuss, what is CPU, what is input, and what is output. So here we need to discuss about the system unit. That is a cabinet that houses all the components. But anything but what are the components of computers, or what are the components of computers? So components are nothing but here motherboard, CPU, memory modules, and system unit. See, we will discuss here through graphically also. So here the motherboard. So motherboard seems like this. This is the motherboard which is uh, built in this CPU, the central processing unit. So in this CPU only the motherboard will be available. So from this motherboard from this motherboard only, so the system runs. For example, if something will be happen in the motherboard, the system cannot work properly. So there is a motherboard. So this is a CPU. This is CPU. So this is a chip Intel Pentium, and this is a system unit. Nothing but all system unit. This is a memory module also. See, we can see that this is called a RAM. RAM, random access memory. So this is a RAM. So what does a process present in the system unit that is the part that is like a computer brain. For example, whatever it is in the process in the CPU, that is it is work as a brain. See, for example, whatever the command is given from outside. For example, somebody will calls you. For example, with your name. For example, if you take the Lava Kumar. For example, somebody will call Lava Kumar. So automatically your brain works that somebody is calling. So here, the same thing, the system also see whenever the input is given from the input sources, the system will works whatever the command is given from the input device. So a system unit is a personal computer component that houses other device necessary for the computer to function. For example, the system unit is compulsory. If you take that this which is a personal computer component that houses others device necessary for the computer to function. For example, if you take so without system unit, the computer cannot work properly. So nothing but so here. So without system unit, whatever we will give some commands, it will not work properly. So if you observe this things system unit, for example, if you take this is the from power supply, so we need to give some power to the CPU, nothing but power connection. So cooling device is some here there is some cooling fan will be there. So there is a cooling device. I am microprocessor under cooling device. So under the cooling device there is a microprocessor will be there, and the ports nothing but input ports. For example, if you take that this headphones, so we can use that pins. So other ports also available. For example, if you take a USB pin and other devices, there is a ports will be available. And at the bottom, the adapter card. So if you want to put some adapter card also, we can able to put here. And at the bottom also, we will able to put some device that is a internet connection wire also we will put it. So that are the things will be in the system unit. And here disk drives, for example, if you want to put a CD, that is a compact disk, so you will put here there is a compact disk, the disk drivers. For example, if you want to play, if you want to movie, if you want to watch a movie, so if you have that CDs only, so if you insert the CD in the proper manner in the disk drive, so automatically there is a on and off button will be there. So if you enter that button, automatically open. So if you put if you insert properly, automatically if you click the button, automatically it will take and see it will play the movie. So these are disk drives. So from this here, there will be on and off. That is a shutdown button will be there, start and stop button, and there is a restart button will be also available in the bottom. And the bottom also we have USB connections wires also there. The supports will be available in the front back side as well as the front side also. So nowadays there are different kinds of system units are available with a different uh, features. This is the old pattern, not only old pattern, now present as also we have a system unit like this also, but different companies they are come up with different features. So display device, see that is called, we can say that is a monitor. whatever we can able to see, that is called display device. So it's a personal computer component that enables users to view the text and graphical data. For example, if you want to type something, for example, if you want to type a letter on the Word or WordPad or Notepad, so you can able to look at the screen. So that is a display. That is a, we can say output device simply. And if you want to put a graph by using some data only, so it automatically we can able to look at. For example, I prepared a PPT. So when I was prepared something, if I type something, so I am able to look at on the screen. So nowadays, see what I'm going to teach. So I prepared some PDF file. So I'm showing that file to you. So this is called device. This is a display device. So which is associated with the computer program only. So see on the base of operating, see when I'm ups and down with the mouse. So this is a computer program only. So on the base of the device only, if I put eraser, if you put the click on the above and up on the click, for example, here see if I'm clicking downward, so it comes down, and if I click here, so it goes up. So like this. And input device, as you know that see this keyboard. So input device is a personal computer component. See simple, the input nothing but keyboard is also one of the component of computer. So by using the computer keyboard, we enable users to enter the data. For example, if you want to enter the data something, for example, if you want to type your name, so for example, by using the keypad only, we can able to enter the data. Or if you want to give some instruction to the computer or into a computer, so from this keyboard only we will give the commands. Otherwise, we cannot able to give the commands to the computer. For example, see if you are open your mobile also, when you are charting, see something when we are open the charts, for example, this is a group. So here, if you enter, see automatic keyboard will come. So this is a keyboard. For example, if you want to type something, for example, BA, so automatically we are able to see this is called screen, this is called output, this is called input. So same thing in our computer also. So this is a keyboard. Okay, by entering this data only, we can able to look at on the screen. So there are other external devices also there. See, there are the external device. So as I discussed earlier, also there's a microphone. For example, in the laptop, in our mobile also we have the microphone devices. So simply we can record the voice and we can use our voice to nothing. If you want to send a voice message to someone, we can send through a microphone. And digital camera, for example, if laptop we have that digital camera, nothing but webcam. So if you want to use a digital camera also, it's one of the device which can capture the pictures or videos. For example, see if you want to apply something, so they will take the your photo. So by using digital camera also, we can use the digital camera is nothing but one of the external device. The scanner is called an external device. So which also shows that, for example, if you want to scan something, for example, this is a scanner. Okay, so we have the nowadays we have the different scanners with printer also. Printer comes Xerox. Okay, so here if you put something on this scan board, so automatically it will scan your image or some photo or some paper something. So this scanner is another external device. And the speakers, so these are the speakers which we can purchase from the outside also, are small speakers also available. So this speaker is also external device of the computers. And this is called printer. So this is one of the printer. It seems like Brother or Canon. There are different types of printers also there. This is one of the printer. Network device. This is a network device. Nowadays we are using that most of the people are using network device. For example, if you take devices. So and the network device and external drive. For example, external drive also. For example, we can purchase the external drive. Nothing but it is a hard disk. Simple. So some of hard disk will inbuilt in the laptops. So some of the hard disk will be inbuilt in the CPU. For example, if you want to store more files, so you don't have the space. For example, you need to purchase a hard disk. So from the hard disk only it will shows like our how much we have the mobile. So this much of the hard disk nowadays we are able to purchase. So if you don't mind, I will show you one hard disk which I have. Just a minute. Yeah, are you able to see? Are you able to look at? See, this is the hard disk. So it seems like this whatever we can use a power bank for the mobile. So this is one of the hard disk which is the 1 terabyte, 1 TB. So this is the hard disk. For example, I'm using my laptop. So my laptop capacity is a 500 GB only. For example, if the 500 GB is over, so simple what I can do, simple I can store some files in the my hard disk. Okay, so which is movable. Nothing but we can use somewhere also. For example, so whatever I save some files in the hard disk, also I may use in the other laptop also, other desktop also. So this is called hard disk. Okay. So it seems like only the power bank, whatever we have, the power banks for the mobile. So it seems like this only. So as you know, the system board and the central processing, that is the CPU, and memories and system bus and storage devices. So we can see able to see that what is the system board is there. So the system board is a personal computer component. Nothing but system board is nothing one of the component of time computer. So that acts as a backbone for the entire computer system. So as I told you that system board that is called we can say the motherboard. So motherboard can act as a backbone to the computers. Backbone to the computers. So if you observe this for this, so motherboard we have the ports in the back side of this thing. This is for that projector, something we can put it, and this is for that connectors to some computers also. These are the ports which are back of the CPU. That is the main CPU, and a AGP slot also available, and expansion of slots. For example, if you want to increase the memory RAMs, for example, the RAMs are here, see you can put it here. RAMs are there. For example, if you want to take 2 GB RAM or 4 GB RAM or 4 plus 4 GB RAM. For example, if some of the laptops they have the 8 GB RAM. So, for example, if you want to do, nothing but if your computer wants to increase the performance, nothing but if you want to speed, so you can purchase the other 8 GB or 4 GB RAM and you can insert here the slots. So your computer may work properly and it may work speed also. So on the base of the RAMs only, the computer may work performs good. And the drive interfaces, some of the drive interfaces are also there. These are the drive interfaces. So actually, we don't have for the basic knowledge, which these are very important for the computer people. But even though we need to learn. And as you know that CPU, that is central processing unit, which has the CPU, sometimes called a microprocessor and just processor also. The CPU is also called just processor and microprocessor. So is the real brain of the computer and is where most of the calculation takes place. See, as I told you from the beginning, so CPU works as a brain. For example, somebody will calls you, so the ears act as a input. So whatever the input is given to the mind, that is the mind is called as CPU. So for example, somebody will call you with your name, Lava Kumar, for example. So I heard you can hear the name from others people. So from the your ears, so then you can identify who is calling from your brain. For example, you can automatically your brain may work that who is calling. Then, so whatever they will say, for example, come to here, for example. So automatically your brain will call you go or stop. So whatever your brain says that you can go or stop. So this is the real brain like of the computer. The CPU like as a brain. See, this is some of the parts of that CPU. So main CPU like this. So don't worry about the CPU, how CPU works. Yeah, this is called CPU. This body. And the memory is a it is one of the component of computer that comprise electronic storage areas. For example, as you know that 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes, okay, 500 mg. So, for example, whatever you are using mobiles, for example, 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB, 64 GB, 128 GB, like this. So, this is electronic storage device. So, that is electronic storage area in the computer. Nothing but if you want to save more files, so you should have some memory. So without memory, they cannot save the files. So it can be considered either volatile or non-volatile. So this is called memory. So system bus is the main communication path between CPU and memory. So the nothing but system bus, nothing how the communication between the two things, that is the CPU and memory. So this is the CPU, how it works. For example, see video controller and drive controller and memory control. Nothing but each and everything it will look at the properly. For example, how the bus can uh, pick up the people and send other people like this. Uh, Such kind of things only it will control all these things hard drive and video control and memories. For example, storage device, for example, if you take the storage unit is one of the component of computer. So such as hard drive that enables user to save data for reuse at later time. For example, as I told you that, so for example, if I save something in our disk drive, so it may be reused it after some times. So even after the personal computer is shut down or restarted. For example, say for example, I'm using the PPT is going on. For example, the power cuts if the battery is low. So what I can do, I cannot take the class because the PPT is in my laptop only. So that I may save in that my drive this hard disk. So simple, I may use my PPT by connecting this drive with the another laptops or other device. So that is one of the storage capacity which we have the hard disk. So power supplies, as you know that what is the power supply? For example, when you connect with the connection with the prism plug, see the power supply is an internal computer component. So that converts AC power from the electronic outlet to the device, the power needed by system component. For example, what are the power needs to some computer software? For example, if you take, so this is the one of the input device. For example, see mouse. So mouse needs some power supply to work. So even if you take that this one keyboard, the keyboard also needs some power to work. So each and everything needs some power to work. So here, how it can supply the power to different devices. So here that is called a power supply is the internal computer component. Nothing within the internal is only how the power can supply. For example, see when you plug some with you put in the plug in the power board. So the power switch here. So after put the plug in then we will switch on this one. So automatically power on. Then here this is the voltage switch. This is the voltage switch. The socket power cord. Nothing but we need to put here, and we can switch on and switch off. Then this is a fan which can cool the system. I think the CPU. Even the laptops also we have the fans for the cooling purpose. For example, whatever we can use something files in our laptops. So if you open more files, automatically it will work speed. Nothing but the fan will cool all the things. As we told that from the beginning on the zeroth generation onwards, the power generate nothing but there is a it can produce more heat. So year by year, the heat has been come down. Nowadays, we are getting cooling fans also available for the laptops. In summer season, most of the companies they may use the ACs for the computer. See, if you take into account the labs in the college, so for the computer section, they may use ACs for the cooling the computers. This is the internal view. How internal view is there. So works from the power supply to the system board to the driver. See all, for example, from here. So if you put plug here, so automatically it will take the power supply to a different connection of different drives. See, that is a cooling fan, how it can works. Computer system contains several components. That is a computer case, CPU, power supply, some adapter cords also available, and some disk drives also. So this is a fan which can runs when the computer starts. And it sync, for example, see how it syncs will be there, how much the computer can produce a heat. So adapter cords. So adapter cord is one of the printed circuit board, but you install into a slot on the computer system board, expand the functionality of the computer. For example, if you want to connect your phone with the computers, so simple by using the USB, you can connect with the phones. There is a phone line connection and circuit to the connect to the phone line. For example, if you want, this is a phone. For example, this is my phone. So if I want to connect to my phone with the computer, simple, I can connect with the nowadays we can use through Bluetooth, or we can connect with a wire connection. Without wireless also we can connect. So nowadays there is a device for that connection of the phone. And riser cards. So within that inbuilt of CPU, the riser card is a board that plugs into the system board and provides additional slots for the adapter cards. For example, this is a CPU. These are rare cards also there, memory cards we can put in that connections. And nowadays we can get some additional USB connections also there. Nothing but like a board, whatever we can have the power board, something about 3 pin, 2 pin plugs will be there now. So like this extension board, so we can get some extension USB board also will get it. So like this also it will be there. And storage device, see whatever we can save some files which we can store, nothing but on the base of storage only. So we will save more files. In olden days, most of the people from the 2000 up to 2000, most of the people they might have used that FDD, that is floppy disk drives. So there's a variety of types of storage. Nothing but nowadays we are using that what is called a pen drive. So in the olden days, they have most of the people they have used that floppy disk drives. So they can purchase the floppy disk and they can save their files in the floppy disk. So later on, the hard disk, that is a HDD, hard disk drives have been developed like this hard disk, and optical drivers also there nowadays, and tape drivers also available. Then solid state storage device also available. So most of the people they were using these things hard disk only nowadays, and optical drivers also less number of people are using. More number of people are using hard disks. So depends on their interest and their capable, or depends on their what is called on the memory, they can use the different types of drivers to store their files. This is a floppy disk. See, everything is a personal computer component. It is a device that reads data from and writes data to removable disk made of flexible metal plastic covered with a magnetic coating and enclosed in the stay protective and plastic case. For example, it seems like this only the floppy disk. See, this is the inch floppy disk. So it seems that whatever we are using that memory card in the mobile, like this only, but its size may be like this. Approximately this much of size will be available for the floppy. No limits. So we should have to keep that floppy in the CPU. Then only it will takes into account. Nothing but it will read and we can write also, and we can save the files in the floppy. So this is a data cable we can insert in this. This is an inch floppy disk, which can inch floppy disk will be there, and inch floppy disk drive is also there. So we should have to insert in this. This, as I told you, that hard disk drivers. So for the inbuilt of CPU only, this kind of hard disk will be there. So the HDD, the hard disk drive is a personal computer storage device that uses fixed media, and which means the disk is built into the drive. The drives are not removed from the computers. So here, as I told you, the drives are not removed from the computer, nothing but which is inbuilt drives. For example, it can be inbuilt in my laptop also. So this is an external device. This is an internal device. And optical disk nowadays, CDs, optical disk. So optical disk is a personal computer storage device and store the data optically rather than the magnetically. So if you take that an external DVD player or DVD, CD, so this is a disk drive or disk CDR disk. So this is internal CD-ROM and drive, for example. See, so this is the CPU unit. If you open the button here somewhere, so automatically it will open like this. Then we should insert properly located area only. So if you enter the button, automatically it will close that, and it will play the what movie or songs, whatever the files are in the drive. And there are typical disk drivers also there. See, as you know that CD-ROM, CDR, CDRW, CD, DVD, ROM, DVD-R, DVD plus R, DVD-R, DL, DVD-R. This is the different versions which are came with it, different features. So earlier we have the only CD-ROM, then later on it can develop by the CDR, then CDRW. So one by one it has taken in place. I think, but there are several types of optical disc, so which are developed by the different persons in the different years. So these are tape drivers. See, the tape drive is a personal computer storage that stores data magnetically on removable tape, that is enclosed tape cartridge. So this is one of the cartridge value tape drivers which can save the files, and solid state storage. So as you know that SanDisk, some GB, 1 GB, 2 GB. So most of the people they may use that photographer. See, they will use this type of SanDisk drive, nothing but 1 GB, 2 GB card. So which will insert in the camera. So they will take some pictures and automatically they will remove from the camera and they will insert in the computers. So this is a computer flash card fit. You can, for example, this can be put in this disk, so automatically we will display in the screen. For example, see most of the that photographer will use this type of SanDisk. And nowadays we can use the pen drives also. So these are USB adapter connects to the computer flash reader to the computer. So these are connected to the computer. So or else we can put in the USB pins in the computers, the back side or front side. For example, if you take the left side, we can have the different USB connections, two from the right side, one from the left side, or two from left side, one from right side. So different computers they have the different features. And a personal computers connection methods. How we can connect to the personal computer? See, so there is some various ports and say personal computer connections, serial connection, parallel connection, a universal serial bus, the USB connections, and one triple IEEE, one 1394, and firewire connections, small computer system interface connections, parallel ATA, there is a PATA PATA connections and serial ATA, SCATA connections. There are different types of connections are there, different methods we can say that. And ports, if you observe the ports, say there's a plugs, we can say simple, the ports. Say the port is a hardware connection interface on a personal computer that enables device to be connected to the computer. So see, this is for connection, 6-pin round connector. For example, in olden days, most of the system they have such kind of things only. This is for one for a keyboard, one for keyboard, one for mouse. So nowadays, most of the ports are only USB mode. So this is for the 25-pin D dash connections. So it may be used for that device to connect, or simply we can say that in order to connect something to the other computers also we can use. This is a 15D shaped connectors. So which will be for projectors. We will use this kind of 15-pin to the projectors. So these are the called USB connectors. This is for internet connection. See the connection value. So these are for songs and records. For other purpose, we can use this kind of ports. So something for music, something for we can use Bluetooth, and something for recording. So there are different types of pins also there. And personal computer connections is a means by which the computer component is attached to the other computers to provide computer capabilities. So as I told you that the USB connector and cable. For example, if you use some cable to connect some to other laptop also, other computer also, we can use this kind of ports. So this is called a C25 plant. That is a serial connection, a personal computer connection that transfer the data one bit at a time over the single wire. So if you want to connect to nothing, but if you want to share something, whatever the data in the CPU to another CPU, so you can use this kind of 25 pin drive device. And parallel connection. So if the computer connected that transfer the data 8 bytes at a time over the 8 wires, and it is typically used to connect a printer to the system unit. For example, if you want to use for the printer, so you can use the parallel connection. So you may use the different kinds of printer for the only one system also you can use. So generally when you enter into the CPU and enter into the Xerox shop, so one system has the different types of connection with the different Xerox machines. So they will give the different machines to the different prints. And for a USB connection, so USB connection is one of the personal computer connection that enables you to connect the multiple peripherals to a single port with a high performance and minimal device configuration. For example, as I told you, for that USB connector, Type B connector connected with the USB drive. So this kind of drive we can use for that printer also. This plug printer, and a type of A connection connect to the USB port or that component on hub. So USB connection we can connect with the another chip. So this is the whole thing which we can connect to the USB connection as well as this one. And 1EEE, that is the firewire connections. For example, if you take into account the internet connection like this, so the firewire connection is a personal computer connection that provides high-speed interface for the peripheral device that are designed to use that one IEEE 1394 standards. So in order to share something, so you can use this kind of wires to the device to get more speed. But the small computer system interface is SCSI connections we can use from here by using different connections. So this is a PATA connection. This is a PATA connection is a personal computer connection that provides parallel data channel from the disk control to the disk drives. And you see it here, that is a serial ATA connections. This is one of the personal computer connection that provides serial data channel between driver control and disk drives. So automatically it will connect to the between that serial data and the driver control disk drives. So as you know that what is the categories of computers? Nothing but types of computers: personal computers, mobile computers, mid-range server, and mainframe computers, supercomputers. So nowadays there is a good demand for supercomputers. So as you know that is a personal computer. This is called network computers. The say portable and small enough to fit on your laptop, also called laptop computer. So usually more expensive than the desktop. For example, if you want to purchase a laptop, so it is very costly rather than the desktop. So this is called tablet. The computer that is shaped like a slate or a notebook. Sometimes we will call notebook also. So simple, it likes like a notebook. So simple, whatever how we can try, we can take the notebook to a college. Simple within one single with a single two fingers. So by using the two single finger also we can take the PCs. And normally fitted with the touch screen, nothing but the personal computers, nothing but so which are fitted with the personal touch, that is the screen touch for users to enter the keywords. And unshelled computer, for example, we can say that all small computers that are easily fit it in one hand and operated by the other hand. For example, see, so whatever we are using some smart mobiles, so that is called, we can say that unshelled computer also we can use, say. And personal digital assistant, nothing but PDA, a small and portable computer built for a specific purpose, for as for keeping phone directions and calendars. See, when you are using that personal digital assistant, so to in order to locate where you are and where you need to reach particular place. So the portable computer built for the specific purpose, such for that keeping the phone directories and calendars. And mid-range server. So the moreover the power and large that workstation, so and can support the up to 40 users at a one time. So formerly known as a microcomputer. So what you know that microcomputers. So by using that microcomputers, so most 400 users can use at a time. And mainframe computers, so very powerful and this is expensive and a computer that supports to thousands of connections users. So if you connect your computer with another computer, such as if you are running a business or if you are like owner of the computer, what is called computer field, so you may connect your phone with the different types of computer. The thing, but so you may have the very large expensive. You might need to spend a lot of amount and supercomputers. So nowadays, most of the people are using supercomputers, which is the fastest and more powerful and most expensive computer. So use it for applications regarding the complex and mathematical calculation. For example, why we can use a supercomputer? So mainly the supercomputers can be applicable only that to complete nothing but to complete the mathematical calculation. Nothing but when you are calculating something in mathematics, so you may not do manually easily. Nothing but you can do manually, but you cannot. It will take more time. So that in that case only we can use some computers to get our results. So this is about basic introduction of the computer. Yes, do you understood all those things, dear students? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Perfectly. Yes, sir. Perfectly understood.
Okay. Then, so what is the time now? What is it?
7.
So how much we have now? Is it only 10 minutes or 5 minutes?
Maybe 10 minutes. Sir.
I started at 7:30 now. So it's the 5, only 45 minutes only. The Zoom time.
6:30. 6:30. Sir.
The 6:30. 6:30 to 7:15. No? Around 40 minutes is over. So okay, doesn't matter. But so shall I continue from tomorrow? Okay. Or else I will send you a message if other people may not join in other classes. So I may take the class this way.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Well, bye bye. Then I will send
Okay,
you
sir.
in the WhatsApp. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.